seeing 3 or 4 guys.
Well, Homansky could qualify for a quarter share of a cornerman's salary tonight. He was in Adams' corner for 3 or 4 consecutive between-round breaks.
The judge is right, because when that bell rings, you only got a few seconds it takes to get back to your corner. So all that taken away, and then the doctors are waiting around too. It's hard.
If Bones Adams wanted to win the fight, he'd be bringing the kitchen sink in this round. So far, he has not even brought a China pattern. Hard left hand by Kelley. Straight left into the mouth of Adams. Now here comes Bones.
Bones is doing what he should have been doing early on.
Well, not now, he isn't.
He stopped.
Forget the belt. The friendship remains intact. I think they are going to dinner, Larry.
Our producer informs me that there won't be any interviews after this fight because we have to get another fight in. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted to ask Kelley why this fight stunk so much and get his response.
It'll be quick.
No quick answers from Kevin, George.
That's right.
He's really fighting a very skillful defensive fighter. Probably why you use him as a sparring partner.
Well, they've had a lot of fun together over the years. Kelley was 22. Bones Adams was 15 when they first met in New York. They've traveled together, dined together, laughed together, and tonight they've plodded through 12 unmemorable rounds together. Tiny segment of the crowd chanting Kelley, Kelley. Final assault by Bones Adams, and mercifully, the bell brings an end to it.
Sorry about headlock.
Good job, Miguel.
Excellent.
Al Gavin, Kelley's cut man, saying to Miguel Diaz, his opposite number, Bones Adams' cut man, good job, Miguel. Within that fraternity, they're two of the best.
Yeah. And Kelley said to Adams, you want to eat Italian or Chinese?
Good friends.
Well, at least after tonight, nobody's going to be eating soup with a straw. Solid food for both fighters.
We get some fluid in you, kid. I'm good. Get some fluid in you.
With the eye all swollen up like that, maybe this is a good night for Clarence to try the squid salad.
Yeah. Hold that on.
Final punch stat numbers in this 12-round dance between Kevin Kelley and Bones Adams. 145 punches landed. On a good night, Kevin Kelley would land that many punches in 3 or 4 rounds. Adams, 23%. Right now, let's go to the ring announcer, Michael Buffer, for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Caesar's Palace, we go to the scorecards. Phil Graham scores the bout, 116 to 112. He has it for Adams. Clark Martino and Art Lurie both scored the bout, 114 to 114. It's a majority draw. This was for a vacant title. The title remains vacant.
Well, I'm so very surprised by the result of the fight, but it's probably dramatically correct to make it a draw. I thought Kelley clearly won the fight.
Second draw of Kevin Kelley's career to go with the technical draw in his last bout against Tommy Parks. So now he has a technical draw and a real draw in July and September of 1995, and an unusual decision Harold Letterman, I take it you do not concur.
No, not at all. I agree with my comrade Larry Merchant. I had a 116, 112, 8 rounds to 4 Kevin Kelley. But you know something, Jim? I gave the last 2 rounds to Bones Adams. And you know, when you got a guy whose eye is completely closed up, for God's sake, a southpaw throws right hooks. A hook, by definition, is a punch that's thrown with the lead arm, with the outstretched arm. Kevin Kelley should have been throwing right hooks at Bones Adams' closed up eye, and he didn't. He let Clarence steal the last 2 rounds and get the draw. But certainly I thought Kevin won just as Larry thought he would. He was the aggressor. He landed the cleaner, harder shots, came forward, doesn't have a scratch on him.
Next up for Kevin Kelley and Clarence Bones Adams, dinner. After that decision, I guess they split the check. Meanwhile, in the ring, Oscar De La Hoya will be fighting against Gennaro Hernandez, lightweight champion against junior lightweight champion, moving up in weight. Both of them unbeaten fighters. For more on that and the evening of boxing night in America, let's go upstairs to our host, James Brown.
All right, Jim, one of your early instructions to me taking over in the fight game was not to be surprised at anything, and indeed this falls into that category. I dare say that the friendship between Kelley and Adams certainly got in the way of their fight tonight. All right, coming up, as you mentioned, in just a bit after the next bout, it will be Oscar De La Hoya and Gennaro Hernandez. Now, these two fighters are looking to settle the feud that has been ongoing for some 4 years. Let's take a look back at the weigh-in yesterday. Oscar De La Hoya, yes, indeed, he had to try to make the 135 limit, but Gennaro Hernandez at 5'11" and rail thin had no problems. He knocked in at 133. Moving up in weight to take on Oscar De La Hoya, who upon the first weigh-in was a little over, had to step off, take off some outerwear, and get back up on the scale to see if he was at the 135 limit. That didn't do it. Oscar had to step off the scale again, and folks take off the last stitch of clothing that he had on, that being his boxer shorts. And once he did that with a towel draped over him, properly so, he barely made the weight limit of 135. So that is what we have as we set the stage for the bout coming up in just a bit between Oscar De La Hoya and Gennaro Hernandez. Joining me right now to talk about the main event, the